Welcome aboard, folks. Dad and the dog here. We're in Mayaguez, Puerto Rico, and we're heading to Mora Island. Let's get this thing in the air. Got quite a trip, actually. Had some hangar crud on this airplane. I let it sit for about a month without using it because I was using the Islander. Boy, I paid the price for that. Let's see, we got gear up, flaps up. Let's drop get our manifold pressure down. Get our throttle down to 2400, or RPMs down, I'm sorry, 2400. And let's get on our way to Mona Island. Pardon this thing kind of got out of, sorry about that. We're not going to see much of this island because there's not much of it there. It's flat top, about 200-foot cliffs, I think. It is a very interesting island. It sits between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. We're going to try to get some airspeed built up here. I want to stay low because you need permission to land here. And I don't think we have it. So how about if we just keep our profile down a little bit. I've been flying the Islander, which actually is a pretty nice plane. But I wanted, as we get closer to Key West, we've got longer legs to make. So I thought speed would be a nice thing to have. Try to get it trimmed. I want to bring it down low, maybe 500 feet. Oh boy. Our 500 feet. think we got her trimmed. One thing I like about this plane is she can get up and go. Boy, she wants to go. She wants to climb. Still got front stick on it. Take that lid off of that stick and see if she'll stay trimmed out on us. It's been a while since I've flown this plane, and although I did not do an overhaul, I had to replace the crankshaft. I had to replace a bunch of stuff, letting her sit in the hangar for so long. There we go. I think we got her trimmed out. We got it all done with under 1,000. And as we head to our destination, Mona Island, and we are still a ways. We're still 30 miles. Anyway, Mona Island is a very small island in the Mona Passage, which is between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. With that said, basically, for the most part, the Spanish left it alone. And colonial period, they tried a couple of different things. The mining bat guano for a while, among other things. It never really worked out. They weren't well supported by the Spanish government. So there's a lighthouse on the island, and I don't know if it's still there or not. I don't know if they keep it up or not. But they were, at one point in the 70s, they were looking hard at developing it. And I guess there was a lot of resistance. I know the FDA or the FBI and the Customs and the DEA like to keep an eye on it because it's just by its location and it being a all but deserted island. Nice place to do things that aren't well liked by law enforcement. And boy, we got this boy trimmed out well, and we're getting close. So let's batten up our seatbelts here. And drop a little bit. Boy, I like doing 170 miles an hour though. That is awesome. So where do you see this island? There's no beach, per se. It's cliffs and a flat top. It looks like in World War II, U-boat decided to lob shells at a it was a Corps of Conservation workers camp that were reforesting the island. So they had goats on here, and of course probably rats and everything else, and I think they've gotten all that invasive stuff out of there and are trying to get it back to its natural state. And the lighthouse is still there, and it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places along with the island now. So this plane flies so better when it's trimmed out and working and flowing regularly too. This thing does not like to sit and not be used. Oh, there it is. Just off to our port bow. So we're at 750 feet. I was here the other day, and it was storming, so I didn't get to see much. So Thanksgiving's tomorrow here in the U.S., and that is always big fun. Lots of eating to be done. It's always a big day for the dog, Dash. As he likes to eat, he's a dog. Oh boy. So as we come up on our island here, let's zoom in a little bit. No, I don't want to go there. There we go. So we're 13 miles, okay. I want to see something here while we're on the subject. Yeah, don't have much of just a little bit of a headwind. Interesting. So we're not going to let them know we're coming. We're just going to land. But I'm going to circle around because it's actually on the western side of the island that there's anything at all. I mean, I'd forgotten. I took it off in a rainstorm, and I'd forgotten how flat the top of this island was and how sheer the walls are. There's no beach, per se, except in one little location. And we'll take a look at that. there it is. What did I tell you? Flat as a pancake with a cliff coast instead of a beach. There ain't much to this place. It's pretty cool though. You can see it if you're like approaching Puerto Rico in the air and it's clear. You can see it from the air. There's that. The lighthouse is just out to our port bow, right by the point there. I don't know if you can see the cursor. Tell you about those cliffs. Let's get ready to put this thing in. Yeah, not much to this place at all. Yeah, I flew in, just took off and did a circuit in the rain. It was the weather was hideous, and the wind was it was a big thunderstorm that had blown through here yesterday or the day before. It was just starting to feel a little better. I took those vaccines. Do not ever get 4 vaccine shots at once. I got the flu, the big dose of flu, pneumonia, the COVID, and rabies. And I'll tell you, it took everything out of me for about a week. My arms are feeling okay now. So let's see something here. So we're at 700 feet. And we've got an airfield coming up here. I just don't want to get too high because you don't want to get in trouble. It's not like we're really waiting for that telephone number from the FAA. And I think what we found here is some beach, or what they would pass as for a beach, I guess. There's our airfield. Let's see if we can drop our gear. We can drop our flaps, and we can bring her on in. And there's our airport. I see the field. got 100. A little quick. Let's lay off. We're at 100. Bring her down a little faster. I think we can do this. Yeah. Come on, baby. You can do this. Do the old Piper flat drop. And we did it. Folks, thanks for joining the dog and I. We're going to quietly find a place to camp and take off tomorrow for Santo Domingo. Oh, we have company. Well. So we gotta, let's go over and find it. Black Box Corporation. All right, I love that Islander. Thank you, Black Box. And thank you, A2A. The Comanche rocks, and I love it. With that said, thanks a bunch for joining us, folks. Next flight, Santo Domingo or the Dominican Republic, and we'll see you there. Bye.